Hello, so we are going to be doing a any percent run of Blast Corps on the N64. This game is a neat puzzle game. Basic concept is that this vehicle is carrying a missile, and you just have to clear stuff out of the way for it. So every new stage is a different puzzle on making sure it doesn't collide with anything and explode. And here we are. I think this will probably take about 50 minutes, but we'll see. I'm incredibly rusty, and I should be able to shave a bunch of time off of whatever I get right here. Anyway, here we go. So we're gonna start out with this here bulldozer and just destroy all of the buildings that are in the path of the truck carrying the missile. Or warhead, whatever you want to call it. So there's like 5 or 6 vehicles that you play as, I believe. And after every stage, you have to get out and pop in this truck here to finish the mission.
You're just trying to impress me.
I don't remember where every stage is right now, so...
You can do this.
This truck is the worst part of the game. And I almost dropped out of an event over it. So it basically automatically blows things up if you slide into them, but it's very difficult to actually do that with any kind of accuracy because it controls horribly. So sometimes I'll just sit there bumping into something, and that'll slowly destroy it. So, Argent Tower. So this is the first stage where we have to pick up a scientist. There are 6 scientists in the game, and you need to pick them all up before you finish the game in order to complete any percent. Yeah, this truck is just the worst thing in any video game ever. It's so hard to control. So every time you do anything that causes an explosion, there's usually quite a lot of lag. The higher tier speedrunners will usually take the focus off of the truck so that they don't witness the explosions. I'm definitely a novice, so I don't do strats like that.
You're just trying to impress me.
So now I actually have to go back into the stage because I didn't collect the scientist. I believe you can collect every scientist on the first entry of stages, but the timing is quite tight and incredibly difficult on some of the stages. And if you take too long on the scientist, then you might have to redo the entire level. So now we're gonna hijack this train here. I believe the way we have to do this... Yeah. So we have to bring the train over here so that it's out of the way. There's a whole bunch of different vehicles you can get. And now that the train is out of the way, we can go into the train station. Run along these tracks. Eventually, we will hit a way to run down. There's going to be a car here, and we're going to drive through a little maze. I believe it's something like this. Nope. Yeah, the controls in this are super awkward. Nope. Basically, anytime you run into like a wall, you bounce off super hard, so it's like not really possible sometimes to turn around, so you just have to really slowly back up if that happens. And now that we have completed that, I just have to make my way back to the truck to finish the level, which should be this yellow marker on the map. Yep. Let's look at the level. So now we're going to Black Ridge. And alright, so this is one of the easier ones. The bulldozer ones are super easy, because you kind of just slam into everything and drive through it. And if you are like moving because you caught air, so like that where I went off that little mound, you automatically destroy anything you hit. So any chance you have to use that, you definitely take advantage of it. There is also a trick that is exclusive to the 1.0 variant of the game, which my copy just so happens to be, where if your vehicle is positioned against a destructible object, this is a new vehicle type, and you try to exit the vehicle, because you can't exit the vehicle, it seems like the game tries to make space for you and will just destroy whatever your whatever your vehicle's positioned against. So now we have this like super robot thing. It's always a fun one.
You're just trying to impress me.
And so yeah, basically we're just destroying a whole bunch of buildings and stuff and getting rid of obstacles that are in the way for this weapon carrier.
Show us what you've got.
You can do this.
Alright. This one's kind of interesting. So you have a jetpack, and you kind of just stomp the buildings. So you can do it low, and that saves a lot of time. But if you do it against a building, if you use your jetpack, it'll automatically fly you to the top of the building, which is kind of a pain. Oh yeah, this is not a typical level. Occasionally there's levels where you just have to destroy X amount of buildings. These are kind of like the introductory levels. For each of the vehicles.
No trouble at all.
So So they're usually quite low stakes. You have a ton of time. Sideswipe.
Show us what you've got.
Time to get moving.
This one's a kind of awkward vehicle to control. It attacks from both sides, so naturally they kind of designed the stage around that, and sometimes if you're too close to one side, you won't actually get any hit on that side. It's kind of odd.
You're just trying to impress me. I hope this works.
And so these little blue boxes are ammunition, basically how many times I can use the vehicle's attack. A few of the cars in the game have that. Most of the time you don't have to collect that stuff. And so yeah, we're just destroying any building that's going to be in the way. See, I'm too close, so the building's not getting hit. Pretty neat game, though. The earlier ones don't really seem particularly puzzly. Why did that take so long? But as we get further in, they start to feel a lot more puzzly. This one's pretty funny. I don't know if some of these were intended to be as short as they are. The next one with this vehicle is ridiculously short. It's just like this little RC car. I like the missions where you get to be this thing and just stomp buildings. Too close. And so you don't always need to destroy every part of a building. It's just anything that's going to be in the way of the carrier.
No trouble at all.
So we are going to Skyfall next. Which I believe is the really quick RC car level.
Show us what you've got.
Yeah.
Time to get moving.
And so with this one, I kind of just take advantage of the fact that if you're like falling, you just automatically destroy anything you touch. So as long as you have any kind of air.
No trouble at all.
Shuttle.
You can do this.
And they're pretty good about giving you a ton of things to jump off of.
Such a good idea.
Oh. Yeah, some of this stuff is super wonky. So here I'm just gonna kinda...
You got this.
You also have a lot of control of your vehicles while you're in the air, so you can kinda like almost pick your direction even mid-air. Land. Oh yeah,
Good luck.
this stage is got an insanely difficult trick that I will not be doing. There's a way to like skip a very significant portion of the level. Another thing is if you're not driving on the actual road, you don't really get going fast enough to spin to destroy things with this car, which is part of why this is so ridiculously difficult compared to any other vehicles in the game. See if we can. So the arrow on the bottom of the screen, I'm just going to do the Z trick here where I just hold Z and blow them up. The arrow on the bottom of the screen that's currently like a greenish yellow, its color is telling you how close the carrier is to the next obstacle that can destroy it. And so when it's red, we've got potential issues. Come on.
Nice work.
So I'm just gonna do this. Because if your vehicle also touches the carrier, it explodes.
You're just trying to
And we can't be
impress me.
having that. So this is the second stage that has a scientist. We're gonna blow up this entrance here, which I think is intended to be secret. I'm not sure if that's part of the way you're intended to do this level. You just get to do the whole level with this jetpack. I think I was too close to the ledge there. So now we just kind of fly. Roughly straight here will bring us to where the scientist is. Oh. It's 2 out of 6. So now we just follow this arrow. You basically always have a relative position that you know where to go, so that's kind of nice. I do have to destroy these TNTs. If I don't, they will blow up the carrier, which I just found out today, actually.
Nice work.
You're just trying to impress me.
So Ironstone Mine is the third scientist. This is another one where I don't collect the scientist on the entry where I complete the mission. This one I've just never been able to get the timing right to do it. The attacks are also, they can run out pretty quick, so I tend to go a little out of my way to get a couple of extra attacks. Because it's very difficult to both sides of these buildings in one go. So we get to unlock a much faster destruction machine here.
Nice work.
You're just trying to impress me.
I will probably try to learn the one entry for this stage. But it's a fairly long scientist segment. Also, you do drive slower on the grass, which is pretty unfortunate. So when you re-enter the stages, there's no threat, so you just have unlimited time. So we're gonna place the bulldozer on this crane. Controls for this are super awkward. So you can use that dynamite, or you can just do the Z trick. Which is in fact allowed. Put the thing back. Get it back over here as quickly as you can. Anytime you hear him yelling "go, go, go," it means that he can't exit the vehicle for whatever reason. In that case, it was because the lift was not in a position where it could actually drop the bulldozer. But sometimes it's just there's something in the way so that you can't exit. Which we take advantage of in a later stage by basically parking the vehicle in a way that makes a glitch possible.
I hope this works.
Alright, Cromlech. The fun part is I don't know any of these stages by name for the most part. So I'm ultimately just waiting for the visual to show up as I enter the stage to know what I have to do. Come on. Come on.
You're on the way or something? Yeah, you're just lucky.
Alright.
Not a scratch on it.
No trouble at all.
Echo Marshes.
You can do this.
So this is a pretty cool stage. This is one of my favorites, I think. I think this is where like the puzzles start to become genuinely puzzly.
You're unaware of something?
Well, I missed something.
I hope this works.
Yeah, we should be fine from there. Not sure what I missed there. Fortunately, it's quite quick to reset levels. So we have to get into this train that has this car on it. We have to take the car off of the ramp so that the carrier can drive over this ramp here. When it shows the little dude's face at the top right, that means that you're in the correct position. And this car's only job is to get us back to our mech suit very quickly. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid destroying whole buildings if I don't need to. So we just hit the parts that absolutely have to be destroyed. And so now there is a boat all the way down this river. What? I've never encountered that. Sometimes you'll get caught by the dude turning around, and you'll just jump back into the vehicle you just exited, which is kind of obnoxious. So for this part, we actually have to get the car out of the way first. It's not useful, it's just in the way. And then we have to destroy a big building set up here. Not very big building.
Nice work.
And then that's that stage.
No trouble at all.
Time for Beat On Path. Tracks, that's what it was. So for this one, we just drive forward. This is probably like the least intensive one stage that I know of. I'm kind of curious what the actual solve for it is. So we can do this, and that actually reduces lag a lot. You can play without seeing the character, basically the whole game. Oh, okay. So yeah, not much to do in this one.
No trouble at all.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm comparing... Yeah, that's better. So now we're going to Tempest City, where we have our next scientist.
Go for it.
This is a kind of tough level if I remember right. Mostly just not wasting shots. I'm gonna grab all of these. I tend to find myself without ammo a lot in this stage. I end up spending a lot of time trying to get more ammo. Come on. Now this is another one where I could probably do it without re-entering the stage.
No trouble at all.
I haven't quite started doing that yet. There are 3 tiers to the stages. Easy, medium, hard. And so now that there's no threat, I can pick up a whole bunch of these. There's this like hidden block here that you wouldn't know is destructible. You can shoot it with a ton of missiles, but these thin ramps can be kind of tough to get to with vehicles. Sometimes you'll just like bounce around a lot. Alright, we're going to Ember Coast, I think it's called. Try to keep them in split order. So this is something I will, Ember Hamlet, hopefully have better memorized by then. This one's kind of funny. They start you off in this vehicle and then they immediately let you get this if you know it's there. This very goofy mech that cannot change directions. So whatever you happen to be aiming at is what you get. Oh, that was bad. It's got all the lag in this level. So yeah, this thing just kind of does this like flip thing, and it does not stop going in whatever direction you press. It's the only vehicle like that in the game.
Not a scratch on it.
You're just trying to impress me.
So the game does reward exploration, which is neat. Alright, Angel City. Ah, this is a rough one. Anything with this vehicle. This is where the restarts usually happen. Strong enough start though. It usually takes me quite a while to get rid of that first building. It's just so difficult to get the swipes.
Keep this up.
Tend to cheese this portion of the level with the Z trick. Also, there is a bump here, so we can use that to just automatically destroy these things. So now the Z trick comes into play. It's just consistent. It's not fast, but it gets it every time. If you're positioned just right, you can get 2 before you step out of the vehicle.
Looks tricky.
Try something else.
And then we get our
Try something else. Try something else. Try something else.
This one usually gives me some problems. Alright, if I'm at this point, I usually just do the Z trick. First try is Very excellent for me.
No trouble at all.
I rarely feel like I get that. Oyster Bay, Oyster something. Harbor. This is probably my actual favorite
I hope
level.
this works.
The start is kind of rough. I have not figured out how to appropriately aim this vehicle.
Go for it.
Alright, that is not enough. Alright. So much lag. I think this is not going to make it. That's red pretty quick. I guess we're good. Once you get this in the clear, the rest of the level takes a long time, so you rarely run into timing issues. Unless a particular trick goes bad where you have to clip through a wall with a ship. So now we are going to do this part. I'm just gonna... Oh wow, I really messed this up. I'm just gonna restart.
Good luck.
That was terrible. Alright, that's perfect. Oh. Oh, I should have known better than that. All right. All right, we got one out of the vehicle. Alright, don't drive that far back. Alright, so we just Z-trick these steel blocks. Pretty sure you're intended to do TNT. I don't know what the actual location is for that. To hit this, this. So the orientation of these blocks does matter. So we're gonna take this one. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna stack these two blocks together so that I can transport them at the same time. Just save a ton of time. I have not gotten particularly good at managing them once they get to the other side of this bridge, but we'll figure that out at some point. Here. this. Now we're just gonna go back here to get this last block that we need. A lot of camera changing. It's not necessary. So now I have to skip this boat first and go to this boat. I'm gonna park this like this. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna ride this boat over. And here we're gonna clip through this steel block by just really quickly pressing B to drive as small of a distance as possible until we clip through. This isn't going well. There we go. Okay. And then I have to get in the bulldozer and do the Z trick twice to blow it up. And that lets us come back. And this is where we are going to collect our scientists. This was an unusually bad oyster bay. It's usually goes pretty good. Apparently the way I have parked this, I cannot take the bulldozer out. Or me. Okay, you have to go further. I'm just gonna do this as the person. Alright, so this is probably running tighter on time than usual. That clip took way longer than it usually does. Here. Nope. We're going to go here. Yeah, this is pretty close cutting it. And I have to run all the way over to this boat. We're gonna park this boat and then get the bulldozer out of the way. And just blow up this building with the Z trick, and that's the level. It's a really cool level. It's probably my favorite in the game.
You're just trying to impress me.
This is where the stages kind of start to get rough. Alright, Diamond Sands. This level took me so long. So we're gonna do a trick here. I'm not sure why, but this community calls it PB&J, where every time you touch the building, you're like angling the vehicle in, and so it just automatically blows it up. And so the problem with that is that the segments are so small. I need to go to the other end, otherwise it's going to blow up. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete this. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It just was not blowing up the building. Once again, this is the worst vehicle in the game. Just awful to control. Alright. Done. I'm just gonna start at that end. Yeah, they call this PB&J. This like inward sliding that I'm doing. And it's not super intuitive, but it's way better than the alternative, which is sliding every single one of these. Alright. There's a lot of side changing, which eats up a lot of time. Come on. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna have to go to this end because I am otherwise going to lose the stage. This stage is so hard. Ever.
Try something else.
So now I need to drive this into this. Ugh. And do a couple of Z tricks. That should be it for there. And now we just need to get back to the other side. I think I've got plenty of time. The arrow's still green.
Try something else.
Nice work.
Alright. That is all there is to that. That stage is incredibly difficult. It took so long to figure that out. Oh no, it's the other side. I actually did it right. Yeah, this stage was so hard to learn that I almost dropped out of an event over it. And then someone told me about this PB&J strat. It just made it a lot easier.
You're just trying to impress me.
Alright, obsidian. So this is a stage that we've already done. They just make you do it with a different vehicle, as far as I can tell. Boy, is it a lot easier with this vehicle thing. There's like random distances that you can't do the attack from, or else you get stopped. Oh boy. I really don't know what the exact reason is for the stop, but
Nice work.
yeah, that's kind of a filler level. Pretty much free.
You're just trying to impress me.
Oh yeah, this is the goofy stage. Sometimes you just needlessly start on a train. It's just to serve the plot. not need to destroy that one. Sometimes I kind of just take it easy and ram into the buildings. But like boxes and stuff blow up a lot easier. Alright, so now, that was weird.
Nice work. Not a scratch on it.
No trouble at all.
Not bad. This is the wrong thing. I'm looking for Glory Crossing. So this should be the last stage. This one's also really difficult because once again it's on the dump truck. And there is a final scientist in this stage. This one kind of sucks because they just start you immediately with a warning. Like, you're so close immediately. I didn't mean to destroy that. Come on. Yeah, this one's you're pretty much always right down to the wire. Because you just start that way. Come on.
Try something else.
Come on.
Try something else.
Ah. Uh-oh. Come on.
Nice work.
Alright. Don't hit the thing.
Not a scratch on it.
You're just
All
trying
right.
to impress me.
So that was a super rough run at 53 minutes. I think I'm gonna plan on 50 minutes. And I'm sure it could go as low as like 40. That is the speed run of Blast Core any percent. And they give you a nice message at the end, making sure you know that you got everything, which is kind of cool. This is a neat game, fun puzzle game. Kind of tough to learn, but once you learn it, it's fun to play. Most of the stages are very chill. Yeah, so that's my submission. Catch you later.